Hi guys, welcome to today's video. This is going to be 10 things you need to know before Ark Ascended comes out. So first on the list, most important thing is the cryopods. This has been a big thing of controversy with Ark Ascended coming out, and what they've decided to do is they're not going to add cryopods until Extinction, which is when they were released originally. So what I would suggest since there is no cryopods, the alternative is the transmitter. So at least then you can get your dinosaurs in and out of your base, especially if you're built in a cave. If you're not built in a cave, it's not too much of a major issue apart from transporting your dinosaurs cross map to do raids and stuff like that. But let's go on to number two. Number two is the transfers. There is going to be no transfers until a month in. However, the way, as we haven't been given, amazing amounts of information, I'm not sure if this totally means no transfers at all, or does it mean character transfers but no items. What I'm going to assume is it's gonna be just character transfers, so then at least if, your friends are on another server on the same class that you can at least go over to there if you already have a character you've got some tech engrams or just a high level one. So on to number three. This is going to be the PvP. This is going to be a huge change for a lot of people because all of these items here, like tech phase pistol, tech railgun, swords, tech bow, especially the harpoon launcher with no nets. This is going to be a big change because none of these will be in the game until their respective maps and bosses come out. So we'll be stuck with these are the items pretty much that I've got to replace the other ones. So we've got tech rifle, pretty much everyone knows about that, but what is I'm gonna guess is gonna happen because a lot of people ended up using tech bow just to stun people with the tranks. Gonna use shocking tranquilizer darts to replace it. And I've put the chain bowler and the catapult turret in here because I think that's the only thing that's gonna really be equivalent to the net projectile. So defending your base, or even just like carrying it on a Gatha or a Quetzal to go and PvP people, be a big bonus. But let's go on to number four. Number four is new building. I will put a little screenshot up on screen of what they've shown. They actually have shown the new building mechanics, and the best thing I can compare it to is over here. You've got the tech underwater vacuum compartments. As you can see, they're fully symmetrical square, unlike the building we have right now, where it's pretty, not the. As you can see, the walls are like shorter than the foundations. So they're going to change that, and as you can see on screen, it is a bit more square. So it'll be. I doubt they'll change the cost of anything because that'd be a bit of a major revamp just for the thing. But this will. It won't change too much, I doubt, as it'll probably just be about the same, but without fabricators sticking through the roofs of a 1x2. And this, number five, this is another thing almost as controversial as the cryopods. It's the cave mare. They have stated that they are going to make changes to the caves, specifically all the choke points on most of the caves, so that they're a lot less, overpowered. Since there's no cryopods, you won't be able to just chuck out Stego or Carbo straight into Death Walls. So what I'm guessing, obviously, this is not 100% confirmed, and I don't claim it to be, but what I'm guessing is it's probably going to be Dino Gateway size, maybe big enough for a Stego, but I'm more thinking maybe like Trikes or smaller soakers like Carbos, so they can fit in, because I think the Ark devs do want a change of pace with the PvP, considering they're not adding cryopods, they're not adding most of the PvP weapons, stuff like that. Go on to number 6. This is I think a lot of people were actually like kind of missing the point of, you know, there's going to be a whole reset back to the island, and we'll be sat with minimal PvP teams. So the best flyer that'll be out on release will be the Rhinogatha, then followed by the Tapajara and RG and Chanodon. Obviously, those are just early game things. So the Rhinogatha is quite hard tame to get sorted, but the alternative would be to either have a pocket transmitter, which it'll be quite expensive, but is probably the only way you're gonna have, like, if you wanna like bring your Giga or Karchar across the map, it's pretty much gonna be the only way for you to do that. Or another alternative, which is gonna be just as bad, as having teleporters just all around the map, so you have a constant way to get your tames there. And on to number 7. I've spelt this wrong, but there's going to be no movement speed leveling. So you won't be able to level movement speed. Like, you can't level it on flyers right now. You won't be able to level it on your regular tames or on your character. So this is going to be a major thing for a lot of people. I heard when they announced it, a lot of people complaining about it. But there is one bonus which I think people are missing, and I actually only thought when I was making this video, is the swamp disease is going to increase your movement speed, unless they decide to get rid of it, which I doubt they will, because it's annoying, and Ark loves to be annoying. So swamp disease will just increase your movement speed by 20%. It will, however, decrease all your other stats by 20%, but considering you cannot level the movement speed at all, I think the payoff is going to be more worth it in Ark Ascended. So onto the next one is going to be crossplay. So on release, it's going to be crossplay between Xbox, PlayStation, and Windows 10. That's going to be on release, and then I think they said December they'll be changing Steam Arc to fit with the whole cluster with Xbox, PlayStation, and Windows 10. So you will finally be able to play with your Xbox and PlayStation friends together on the same servers. Obviously, they have stated that they will be certain servers without PC players and stuff like that to stop if there is rampant hacking and stuff like that. There won't be too many issues for the console players. And on to number 9, got the base defenses. These are just a few things that I think are going to be the replacements for what we have now. So in here, I've got all the saddles for the teams. I'd say are going to be the replacements. Well, right now I've already got the Yeti that some people will just stick on their velo towers at the minute, but I feel like this is going to be a lot more useful, considering it will increase the damage you're doing to teams that are raiding your base. We got the Equus, obviously nowhere near as good as the Mantis, but considering it will actually be on this map, I feel like it's an okay substitute, obviously not the best thing. And the Rhinogatha, obviously being able to pick up pretty much anything smaller than a Diplo, so you can pick up Stegos, Carbos, whatever, trying to raid your base. And we've got the Thyla, obviously, for the bleed damage. Got Arthro for if anyone's trying to... I always have this concept of, I think you should be able to put off... Well, you can put Arthros on turret mode, but considering their reaction is so slow to people going past, not exactly the greatest thing. But, you know, if you're sat in a cave entrance, you can just keep spitting down and hopefully hit someone. And because there won't be any stupidly OP blueprints like from Extinction, where you've got like 1600 Dura Flak, I think I was doing some testing, and it was, I think, the max durability I was getting on the best crates which you can get on the island, which are from Ice Cave, Red Drop, was around 500-ish. So that'll be about max 700-800 Dura. So it's still pretty insane, but compared to the 1600 Dura, it's nowhere near as bad. And then here I've got the catapult turret again. This will just be able to let you, obviously net in quotations the stegos to stop them from coming in. Got poison grenades, as it's going to be a lot harder to get tech engrams for people. So, and there's no like cheap alternative. Well, there is the gas mask, but obviously then you're going to get one tapped in the head. I've got grapples, obviously, just grapple people into your turrets. Rocket launchers, same reason as the Afro, people will have low Dura. And I think a lot of people are missing that Plant X is going to be quite useful, especially considering it's like a mega hard reset. It's like, there's nothing comparable that's ever happened in Ark before, so you can just smack these up, because it's going to be, if you're playing on official, it's going to be base rates, and you're not going to have the time to get tech turrets and heavies up instantaneously like you do on some official servers. So these are a great alternative to those two. Then on to the last and final thing, which is just extra notes. So, obviously, with it being a hard reset, the bosses, I'm knowing Ark, I'm gonna say they're not gonna patch some of the boss bugs. I will maybe make a video on some of the ways to just cheese the bosses, but I feel like they won't patch them, so to say. Like, you can grapple in a certain area of the Broodmother Arena, you can also get on the mushroom in the Broodmother Arena, and you can cheese the monkey by getting it stuck. I doubt they'll fix all of that, but if they do, bosses are going to be extremely hard. So you've just got to be prepared for change, obviously, with Ark Ascended coming. And if you couldn't tell, this is a representation of an Ark cheater. They are in the last few years I've been playing Ark, it's just been rampant cheaters. Like, you cannot play on any official network because you're just going to get hacked against, and it's just unfair, considering that on Windows 10 there is no anti-cheat. The only anti-cheat is the hacks breaking every time they update the game, and they're fixed in what, maybe a day max. And in this box, this is also what I'm concerned about, is meshing and bugs, as they seem to have rushed this Ark Ascended. I'm almost guaranteeing there's going to be some kind of mega exploit, mega mesh, whatever, get out the map, and it's just gonna end up in the same shithole that Ark is right now. But, I have high hopes for the game, but that is my 10 things that you should be prepared for Ark PvP. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.